Blockchain technology is pretty amazing. That's a fact. And check out our great explainer video to find out why. And at the heart of the blockchain, the technology employed for making it so revolutionary is smart contracts. They sound cool, right? But what are smart contracts and how do they work? I'm going to explain. But first, to wrap your head around smart contracts, you might want to watch our explainer video on the blockchain first. And if you already done that, then all right, it's time to get smart on smart contracts. First things first, don't forget to like this video, comment on it, and subscribe. Oh, and make sure those notifications are turned on, so later you can be notified for our other videos from the world of crypto. Okay, you all set? Game on. Okay, so it's fair to say that the technical speak can be a bit confusing and hard to understand at times. So let's kick off with a simple example. Say you're getting a drink or some chips from a vending machine, or maybe even some gum so you can keep your breath fresh while you're on your date. All right, so you put in some money, you press the button for the required item. Now, the item corresponding to the button that you press will be dropped into that weird flap dispensing tray at the bottom. Yeah, you know that thing you try to get your hand in? Yeah, that thing. But the crucial thing here is, if you notice, there's no cashier. Well, a smart contract works in a similar way. It's a self-executing line of code stored on a blockchain that allows two parties to undertake an agreement, like a cryptocurrency payment, without the need for a third party such as a bank that you gotta pay those fees to. Instead, smart contracts are programmed to run automatically when predetermined conditions are met, just like our little vending machine. Why have smart contracts? Smart contracts are basically a way to formalize agreements in the digital age. For example, again, instead of needing a bank to approve a fund transfer from a client to a freelancer, the process can now happen automatically. It's all about trust. In a decentralized, third-party-less world of the blockchain, smart contracts are crucial for security, transparency, avoiding misunderstandings and falsifications. Think of it like if a regular contract is legally binding, in a smart contract, the code is the law. Smart contracts run on the blockchain, so they are stored on a public database and cannot be changed. Or to give them a rather straightforward description, they are immutable and irreversible. That transactions that happen in a smart contract are sent automatically when specific conditions in the agreement are met. To give you a small example, say a market asks a farmer for 10 tons of potatoes. They will lock funds into a smart contract that can then be approved when the farmer delivers. If it's all good with those potatoes, the funds will automatically be released. But the contract is canceled and funds are reversed to the client if the farmer misses that deadline. Nick Szabo, the computer science pioneer, crypto guru, and Satoshi suspect, came up with the idea for smart contract in the 1990s, way before Bitcoin even came out in 2009. But it was with the emergence of Ethereum in 2015 that smart contracts became such a big deal. They can be simply written into that network's programming language, Solidity, and executed by the Ethereum virtual machine, also known as EVM. Every smart contract executed on the Ethereum blockchain needs a payment of gas, a fraction of Ether paid to miners for securing that transaction on the blockchain. Other platforms allow you to develop and execute smart contracts on blockchains such as Hyperledger, Counterpay, and Polkadot, but Ethereum is the most popular. How do smart contracts work? Anyone can write a smart contract and deploy it to the network. Let's say that network is Ethereum. You just need to learn how to code in a smart contract language and have enough ETH to deploy your contract. The more complex the contract, the more gas they will use and the greater the cost. When you deploy the contract, you pay for deployment. When other people use your contract, they pay for using it. Right here are the steps of building a smart contract. First, a smart contract needs an agreement between 2 or more parties. Once established, they can agree on conditions in which the smart contract will be considered complete. The decision is written into the smart contract, which is then encrypted and stored in the blockchain network. Once the contract is complete, the transaction is recorded on the blockchain. Then, all nodes will update their copy of the blockchain with this transaction, producing a new state of the network. That's straightforward. Yeah, you think? We're good? All right, but it's important to bear in mind that smart contracts aren't always intended to be used in isolation. They are the building blocks for decentralized applications, also known as dApps. There's even whole businesses that are called decentralized autonomous companies, which are controlled by smart contracts rather than human executives. Uses of smart contracts. So pretty much financial services is the hanging fruit right here. DeFi was worth $94 billion by the end of 2021. Smart contracts mean it's about more than just peer-to-peer transactions. For example, there are sophisticated transactions such as lending and borrowing in different currencies on AAVE. And Opyn, Opyn, is a DeFi derivative trading platform that utilizes smart contracts for options trading. But there are lots of other ways that smart contracts can automate the world and make it an easier place to live. Let's take supply chain management, for example. Walmart has been able to simplify the way that they track the source of their products using smart contracts in the blockchain system. And Home Depot has used smart contracts that reduce the time it takes to resolve discrepancies between vendors and retailers because they can view the same information at the same time. Also, think of shipping, which is how 90% of international trade is moved, pretty much. There's loads of parties and documents involved there, resulting in inefficiency and errors. And that's why IBM and Mazurk have set up TradeLens to use smart contracts as a single source where all crucial information is stored and all parties can collaborate. And in insurance, AXA use smart contract technology for flight delays to automatically pay policyholders who were held up from their flights. And they did slow down on this, but you can see pretty much the potential for the industry. Healthcare is also making its way in on smart contracts. DeFi platform Encrypgen uses smart contracts to transfer patients' DNA directly to researchers to find better treatments and cures for diseases. There's no third party, so the patients are in control of their data. Smart contracts are also being eyed by the world governments to prevent fraud and errors in the voting system. In the property market, they would mean there's no need for annoying real estate agents when buying or selling a house. You could use smart contracts to crowdfund an ICO. Gamers can record their purchases and rewards like Axie Infinity already lets you do so. Smart contracts are rock solid for protecting copyright. And what about the legal industry in general? Arizona already allows enforceable legal agreements to be created via smart contracts, and California allows marriage licenses to be issued via blockchain technology. Okay, all right, nothing's perfect, and that goes for smart contracts. Their calling card may be doing away from third parties, but that means that people will lose their jobs. A middleman is a real person, just like you and me. Why would someone pay an employee to do a job that can be done all for free by using a smart contract? The answer? They wouldn't. It's also important to remember that although code is king in smart contracts, they are first programmed by hand. That means human error is always possible, and so is malicious intent. In 2016, for example, hackers exploited a fundraising smart contract and used it to steal nearly $90 million worth of Ether from the project. Smart contracts are also said to have problems when it comes to scalability. They are also not very adaptable because smart contracts can't directly connect to the internet. They can't acquire information about real-world events. There's no clarity regarding government regulations of smart contracts. So you need that good luck, and it's pretty much impossible on getting that hotshot lawyer to unpick the code of a smart contract if something does go wrong. So the conclusion here is smart contracts have the potential to make the world a better place by putting commission out of commission. They can also reduce fraud, delays, and overall cost of so many things. But we'll have to wait and see if the shortcomings of smart contracts mature with time. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please give it a like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on those notifications. And don't forget, check out our other films on the world of crypto right here on Currency.com.